Daniel Harper was invisible. Not unpopular, not loud, just unnoticed. For 6 years, he worked inside the finance department of a fast-growing tech company in Chicago. He handled numbers, budgets, transfers, and payroll adjustments, and no one questioned him, because Daniel was efficient, quiet, reliable, and that's what made him dangerous. It didn't start with millions. It started with curiosity. A small adjustment, $5,000, moved quietly through a vendor payment. No alarm, no email, no red flag. The system trusted him, so he tested it again. 10,000. Still nothing. And that's when Daniel realized something profound. If you move money slowly enough, it just disappears. He began creating fake vendor accounts, shell companies with professional-looking websites, and invoices that looked completely legitimate. Every month, small amounts left the company. Never too much, never too fast. Just enough to stay invisible. Year 1. No one noticed. Year 2. Still nothing. Year 3, Daniel had stolen over $1 million. And he didn't look rich. That was the trick. He didn't buy a Lamborghini. He didn't post luxury vacations on social media. He bought a modern condo. He upgraded his car, but modestly. He invested quietly in crypto, stocks, and offshore accounts. On the outside, Daniel was normal. Behind the scenes, he was bleeding the company dry. Audits came and went. But audits look for patterns, and Daniel avoided patterns. He randomized amounts, changed payment timing, and used multiple accounts. He studied the system better than the people who built it. He believed he was smarter, and for 6 years, he was right. By the time the total reached $2.3 million, Daniel stopped feeling nervous. He stopped double-checking every single detail. He stopped fearing mistakes, and that's when everything changed. It was something small. An invoice was duplicated on the wrong week. A junior accountant noticed it. It wasn't big, it wasn't dramatic, but it just felt off. She flagged it. Daniel dismissed it as a simple software glitch. And for a moment, that almost worked. But suspicion spreads quietly, like a virus in the system. The company launched an internal review, not because they suspected theft, but because something just felt strange. Forensic accountants were hired. Data was pulled from the last 6 years, line by line, transfer by transfer, and slowly a pattern appeared. Not an obvious one, but a mathematical one. Tiny leaks, repeated over time. The fake vendors were traced, the shell websites analyzed, the bank transfers mapped, and every road led back to one named Daniel Harper. When confronted, Estajit. Calm. Until they showed him the evidence, the IP logs, the timestamps, the account trails. 6 years of perfection, destroyed in 1 week. Police were called. Accounts were frozen, assets they said. The condo, the car, the investments, all gone. Financial crime isn't loud. It's quiet, calculated, patient. But it always leaves footprints, and Daniel left just enough. He thought he had mastered the system. But systems don't forget, they wait. Daniel was arrested inside the same office where he once felt untouchable. His colleagues watched, shocked and confused. The invisible man was suddenly visible. The court case was quick. The evidence was overwhelming. 6 years, $2.3 million. A trusted employee turned criminal. Today, Daniel doesn't live in a condo. He doesn't manage accounts. He doesn't move money. He sits inside a prison cell, quiet, alone, thinking about one small mistake, because he didn't lose everything in one dramatic moment. He lost it all in a spreadsheet. Money doesn't make you smarter. It just makes you confident. And confidence, without limits, becomes dangerous. Daniel thought he was in control, but greed grows silently, and eventually, it demands more. 6 years of theft, 1 week of exposure, one mistake. That's all it takes. Because financial crime rarely ends in celebration. it ends in silence. In courtrooms, in prison corridors, in regret. And sometimes, the smartest person in the room is the one who makes the smallest error.